Hello.
Well, we thought we'd just come outside for a little bit, having a fairly good afternoon weather-wise, and those are starting to come few and far between.
That's for sure.
And as we've been kind of looking around the farm, as you can see behind us there, we've been amazed at the progress we've been able to get done in 1 year's time.
It's just a little over half a year.
Yeah, since April, yeah. And it seems to be going well. We're hoping that our year two of crops and stuff are going to do a lot better. And right now everything's kind of ugly looking with all the leaves down and all, but we can still see the progress. Used to be when we look back there, you couldn't actually see much because there had been so much growth up and about. But now we can see our buildings back there. We can see where the garden is and different things. So we've had a lot of growth here on the farm in that short amount of time.
Well, we got some good kids and stuff, so we're doing pretty good. We're starting to get things wound up. I've been working on our flatbed truck and trying to get it going so we can use it here on the farm, and a tractor, trying to get it ready so we can put a tiller on it so we can get ready for spring. We're just kind of cleaning up here and there and trying to get it ready.
Yeah. And that's kind of where we've been for, this past summer. We didn't really go do any vacationing. We've had a lot of fun just seeing the farm grow. Probably you've noticed in some of the videos that we have an RV and things like that. We haven't even taken it out this year. We just enjoyed being here with the kids on the farm and just loving life.
Yeah, that's all we can do is enjoy. Well, this is the truck we're turning into a flatbed. The actual bed it was on, it was actually a really good bed, but this belongs to my son, and we kind of swapped some vehicles around and we ended up with it. Now we're putting a flatbed on it, put different wheels on it and some new parts like new shocks, and I already ordered some new parts for the inside and the outside, like the grill, lights, dash, headliner, seat, bottom seats, and I already got half the frame painted, but now I've got this other piece on the back. We took an old trailer. I'm using the frame for that trailer for the bed because it fits on there just perfect. So we get that all sanded down and painted, get it all bolted up, then we start putting the wood on, and that part will be done. We got some pretty nice trucks and I don't want to ruin them. So if anything happens, we don't have much in this really. So, I really have something on the farm that we can, use.
Yeah, so if one gets damaged, it's going to be this one, not one of our nicer ones.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do have some nice vehicles, but we worked hard over the years to get them, so we want to keep them nice.
This is one great mouser. We got a couple others. Over there's one. She's got to get clean. And then that one's her baby. But farms really need to have some mousing cats. These cats have taken out so many things and kept the mouse population down. When you have a bunch of feed on the farm, you definitely want something to protect that. Right? They've done little rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, mice, moles, voles, even some frogs and crawdads. It's just amazing what all they'll bring. The downside is they want to bring it up to our front porch at times so that we can see what they've got.
I wanted to show you guys a part of our garden. Now, we didn't harvest everything yet. We actually still got some radishes and some carrots. Look at the size of that radish. That's a Chinese radish. Starting to split. Monsters. Now when you let them get this big, they got kind of a spice kick, but they're still pretty good eating. That's probably about the size you guys are used to, or a little smaller even. Baby carrot.
Looks like a pretty good size one. Hey everybody, so we're over here on site 2 of the farm, and we had gotten a round bale of hay today. So we are going to put that inside of the barn, and while Philip is getting that ready, I'm going to go ahead and feed the sheep. We just have the 3 sheep right now. So to keep them over here while he's over there at the barn, we're going to go ahead and give them some of their favorite treat. Here you go, guys. And that's going to keep them busy for a little bit. And he's over there at the barn getting that all opened up to put that round bale in. As you can see, they've eaten it all down. So he's got it into the barn, and we're going to cut the twine off. And that's going to last them, hopefully, for the majority of the winter, because we just have the 3 sheep in this barn lot right now. We've moved all the goats over to farm site 1. And they're still busy over there eating their feed. So this works out pretty good. It is a really beautiful day out here, guys. It's the end of November, a couple days after Thanksgiving, and it's probably in the 50s. So it's a really nice day to be out and get some things done that you're not able to do when it's really cold. And so we're just getting some things prepared for winter time, and getting the hay for the animals is a big part of that. We're out here feeding and watering the rabbits, and we thought that we would just show you guys how to hold a rabbit and how to sex them, just in case anybody's interested in getting rabbits and you're not quite sure.
Alright, so when you go picking up a rabbit, you want to put their ears right there between your thumbs, and then you want to grab a hold of the scruff of the back of their neck. Now you're not like putting a whole lot of pressure on their ears, you're just kind of holding their head stable is what you're doing to keep them kick around as much. Now they still may kick around, especially if they're not very tame, which this one is not very tame. You put your hand on their back like this, kind of put your thumb around their ear, but then you want to grab a hold. Make sure you got a good hold, okay? And then if you're just holding them, the best way to do is like this. Put their head underneath your arm if they're just a pet or something. If you're just trying to tame them down. Otherwise, they'll scratch the heck out of you. Now, whenever you go to sex them, it's the same way. Thumb over the ears, but grab a hold of the scruff of their neck really good. Like that. And then you'll turn their butt up, put it like on your chest or your belly, flip them upside down. Now, make sure you got a good hold with your hand. And then what you do is you'll take your 2 fingers, you'll split it apart, and push down up there. That is a doe. Alright, this is a big boy here. This is a New Zealand Flemish Giant cross. He's a little bigger to hold, but that's why you want to have a good hold on the scruff of their neck. These Flemish Giants are a little, like I said, a little tougher. But anyway, same thing. You take your 2 fingers down there. Now you can see that just comes straight out. We already knew he was a buck, but we're just showing you guys. Now, for smaller rabbits, the smaller or younger they are, the harder it's going to be to tell. Now, if you're used to it, like I am, you pretty much know if it's a buck or doe, but sometimes you gotta wait till they get a little older just to make sure.
So we're in our greenhouse, and we're going to try planting some of these persimmon seeds. We got some with just seeds, and then we also got actual persimmons, kind of mushy now. We're going to go ahead and try planting them 2 different ways to see which way's better, or if both of them work, or however. So we're only going to do a few of them, but because we only got so much of this topsoil from last year. I tell you what, the wildlife, they absolutely love them, the deer and everything. So in Indiana, it's illegal to like take these and like put them under your deer stand. But if you grew a tree and the tree produces it, that's okay. So it's good to have different ways. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's plant the whole thing. Put about 3 or 4 of them in here. Now, I'm not going to completely bury these. Kind of put them on their side there. We'll see if they take off. See, we got 4 persimmons in there. We're just going to kind of leave them like that. See if it works or not. Alright. Now we're going to do the seeds. And again, this is just kind of an experiment. So I'm going to stick them in there on their side just like that. I'm just going to kind of shove it down a little bit. I'm going to plant several in here, because you never know what seeds are good and what seeds are bad. I mean, even if we only get one to actually germinate, to me it'd be worth it. I enjoy eating them myself, and again, the deer and stuff love them too. So now I got 1 of each. Now we are going to set these outside through the winter time, because these are perennial. They have to be cold for them to actually germinate. It has to have a time of cold. Now you can take these seeds with like a towel like this, kind of moisten the towel, fold it up, put it in a Ziploc bag and stick it in the fridge for a month or 2, and it should start germinating. You should start to see the roots come out and everything. You can try that. But I'm just looking for something easy, little to no maintenance. So again, we're going to set these outside, and then late winter, whenever we're actually start ready to do pepper seeds and tomato seeds inside the greenhouse, we'll probably go ahead and bring these back into the greenhouse so the warmer air will start doing its thing. Alright, so we got 2 pots with the seeds. Now I went ahead and I just used all these seeds. And as you can see, some of it still got some of the paper attached to it, which that shouldn't be a big factor. It should rotten off. Now we don't put them very deep under the soil. We just kind of mixed them up. That's got the most seeds. And then with these, we got three containers. We actually put 4 whole persimmons, and there's probably, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 6 pits in them, or seeds. So now we're going to take them outside. We're not going to water them or nothing. We're just going to let them sit. Let nature do its thing. The south side here where the sun can kind of hit them. Now the snow and the rain, it'll fall on them. The heat from the sun, it'll kind of warm them up on and off all through the winter. They'll freeze and thaw and freeze and thaw, which that's the way it is in nature. So I'm really thinking that the persimmons, the whole persimmons, is going to do better than the seeds, just because it's got the polyp and everything still on there to kind of rot down to kind of give them a boost, but we'll see how it goes. I got one more container of these persimmons that are starting to decompose. I'm going to take these and I'm going to throw them out in the woods just as far as I can here and there, and the deer may come and take some of them. But anyway, I'm hoping to get more persimmons out there in my woods.
We're going to make a compost bin, and it needs to be 12 to 13 feet, because whenever you put it together, it's got to be at least 3 feet in diameter. So we got 12-inch boots, 1 foot. So alright, so we got more than enough. So instead of cutting it, and instead of leaving it real big, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to overlap a few feet. It ought to give it a little bit more strength, and also keep the leaves and debris from coming out as easy. So what I'm going to do is just hook it through the wire part, through the other fence. Just tie it around a couple times. You can put anything organic in here. Organic is just something that was either once living or came from something once living. And it'll break down through the winter. Now the only thing about this, if you're going to put chicken manure and cow and stuff like that manure, you want to leave about 3 months for it to break down without putting any new in it from the time you plant. Otherwise you're going to burn up your beans, your corn, or whatever you're going to plant in that area. So try to keep that in mind. So this is almost December, end of November. So we'll go December, January, February, March, April. April's when we start planting. So I got 1 month I could actually put the chicken manure and stuff like that in here to be on the safe side. Hopefully after Christmas we'll start buying some fence for here, for side 2, and start going through that woods. Alright, there it is. And I'm 6 foot, so 6'3". That's pretty close to 5.5, 6 foot, I'd say. So. We're going to put it right in this little garden for now. And then we'll fill it up probably a dozen times. And then, like I said, right through the winter, we'll turn it, add some water to it every so often. Now, we're going to extend the garden next year. It's going to go up through here where these rabbits are. They're spreading manure all over the ground, eating the grass for us. And so we shouldn't really need anything there. But a lot of this dirt we haul from the woods, so it's got a lot of clay and stuff in it, so we're probably actually going to need some of this mulch stuff to kind of help keep moisture in the soil.
Alright, so you can see they really tore that grass up. Now we could leave them here for another day or two, and they would actually, there would be no roots or nothing. We give them feed too, so it ain't like they don't have no feed, but they really like that grass. But by doing this, they're helping us out. They're getting rid of some of these weeds, some of the grass, because like I said, we're going to till this next year. They're putting a ton of manure and urine into the soil. So this should be some really rich soil next year. which we might put corn here, I don't know, but we're gonna put something here for sure. We hope you enjoyed watching Chamberlain Family Farms. You can contact us at chamberlainff@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook, Chamberlain Family Farms. We hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe.